Shalom. Traditional teachings can blind our minds and put us in a fantasy fog world of religion. Even coming out of organized religion, some traditional teachings can still blind our minds today. Today, the traditional teachings of the Ten Commandments still blinds the believers today in all sections of religion. Rabbinic Judaism, Messianic Judaism, Hebrew roots, even in a Shaka Zulu spear-chucking racist occult, Ku Klux Klan with the tan, fake black Hebrews. So what's the primary title of the two tablets, the Ten Commandments? In Hebrew, Asereth Has-Devarim, which translated as 10 matters, 10 things, 10 words, or 10 verses, which are legitimate titles. But what's the primary title of the two tablets that all these legitimate titles fall under so we can understand? The primary title of the two tablets are in Exodus 32:15, the top 10 terms of Jehovah's blood covenant at Mount Sinai. Some Bible versions say the two tablets are the testimony of the covenant. Some other versions says they're the terms of the covenant, but both testimony and terms means the same thing. The terms of the covenant was written on the front side and the back side of the two tablets. The first side was the first 4 commandments of how we're supposed to love God, and the other side was the 6 commandments of how we're supposed to love our neighbors as ourselves. The Creator simplified His Torah to the top 10 terms of His blood covenant at Mount Sinai. However, it is the words in the Torah that gives us the details of how we're supposed to live and obey these commandments. From Exodus chapter 19 to 24 is the origins of the Creator's blood covenant. If Israel breaks any of these terms, they are as dead as the animals that Moses put them under. And if the Creator breaks any of these terms, the universe disappears and we will not know the meaning of life. From Exodus 21 to Exodus 23, Moses receives more commandments on the Creator's criminal justice system, fair treatment of slaves and servants, cases of personal injury, lawsuits, and controversies, laws about restitution, protection of property, laws of social responsibility, Sabbath laws, the Creator's 3 annual feasts, and the Creator's angel to lead us into the land. In Exodus 24, Israel hears the terms of the covenant and accepts it twice for truth. Then Moses took the blood of the basins and splattered it all over the people, declaring, "Look, this blood confirms the covenant that the Creator has made with us, giving us these instructions today," meaning SBB, serious biblical business. If Israel breaks any of these commandments, they are as dead as the animals the blood came from. And if the Creator breaks this covenant, the universe disappears and we will not know the meaning of life. Then Moses went back to the mountain to receive more instructions.
Chapter 24. When Moses had announced to the people all the teachings and regulations the Lord had given him, they answered in unison,
"We will do everything the Lord has told us to do."
Then Moses carefully wrote down all the Lord's instructions. Early the next morning he built an altar at the foot of the mountain. He also set up 12 pillars around the altar, one for each of the 12 tribes of Israel. Then he sent some of the young men to sacrifice young bulls as burnt offerings and peace offerings to the Lord. Moses took half the blood from these animals and drew it off into basins. The other half he splashed against the altar. Then he took the book of the covenant and read it to the people. They all responded again,
"We will do everything the Lord has commanded. We will obey."
Then Moses sprinkled the blood from the basins over the people and said,
"This blood confirms the covenant the Lord has made with you in giving you these laws."
To get the detail of the Creator's Sinai blood covenant from Exodus 19 to Exodus 24 is the rest of the book of Exodus starting from 25 to 40. Then we have the book of Leviticus. Then we have the book of Numbers, which is called the written Torah. Then we have the book of Deuteronomy, which is the oral Torah. Moses is orally giving us a recap of the written Torah for truth. The Creator holds Israel's, their priests, and kings to the highest standard of obedience and behavior to the Torah. Remember, if an Israelite sins by lying, God will punish that Israelite for that sin. However, if a priest or king sins that same lie, the priest and king will suffer more divine punishment than the average Israelite.